grounds and movements of ground personnel like baggage handlers are charged with the airport in France. You may remember the airport fired numerous baggage handlers and airport staff last year after they were suspected of having links to radical Islam. Our senior European correspondent
The movements, according to Greek authorities, the defense minister, right before it went off radar, was that the plane was at 37,000 feet at proper speed of about 500. This is an Airbus A320. The movements, according to Greek authorities, the defense minister, right before it went off radar, was that the plane was at 37,000 feet and proper speed of about 500 or so miles an hour. It then, at 37,000 feet, made a turn 90 degrees to the left, then 360 degrees to the right, which seems like a complete rotation, dropping to 22,000 feet rapidly and then 10,000 feet rapidly. As a pilot, what do those movements suggest in terms of how much control was maintained of that aircraft?
Well, Chris, let me preface it with the cliche thing. We're very early in the investigation. And a lot of us, as aviation analysts, try to compare this to other accidents. But any good accident investigator will tell you, just put on the brakes for a little bit and let's let this whole thing unfold. In answer to your question, it seems, especially with the events leading up to it, which was a very relaxed cockpit. From my perspective, sitting at the pointy end, what we're doing is it's a benign cruise, is a benign aspect of the flight. So if I'm faced with an emergency all of a sudden at cruise altitude, I've got time to do things. But our acronym is aviate, navigate, communicate. So if I've got an emergency, I'm going to try to assess the situation, go to the appropriate checklist. Now, these 90-degree turns, it's hard to say where's that information coming from. Is it radar? Is it flight aware? We don't really know the source of this information. And then the 360-degree turn, it seems very abrupt. It's not something that I would do in any particular emergency unless I was losing